All right. Thank you very much, Dave, for having me on again. Uh, I hope that everyone is having a great day, started today's day, and enjoying all the content that David and his team have put together for you guys. It's good to see all the different indicators that are out there and what they have to offer. And I hope that I can compete as well. But today I'm going to be talking about scanners, market scanners, trade scanners, strategy scanners. So if you're interested in that, then I have a lot of good information to share with you today. I'm going to be specifically talking about strategies, how to develop a strategy within a scanner that will be a integral part of your trading plan. I want to make sure everyone knows that MT4Professional and Resilient Traders are not investment advisory service, so we can't give you any specific trade advice, but we can give you information on how to invest or trade in the markets using our platform. Trading with futures, stocks, forex options, and cryptocurrency have a large potential for reward, and you can make a lot of money, but they also carry a very large potential for risk, and you can lose a lot of money. So please don't trade with money that you cannot afford to lose. You must be willing to accept the risks involved in order to trade in all of these markets. Past performance is not indicative of future results, so make sure that you get advice from a competent financial advisor before you start trading or investing in any of these markets, and never trade in a live account until you have first proven you can consistently and profitably trade in a simulated account. And only then can you start working on your mind game, which I believe is 90% of the profit or success of a trader. And it falls all in the mind game, how you handle trades and how you set up your trades and how you deal with those. So again, I am Randy Lindsey, your trade coach and operations director here at MT4Professional. Joining me is Claudio Cardinal. He's our product development director, our technology guru, and together we make up Resilient Traders. And David has invited us to come to the show today to talk about our tool that we call MT4Professional Scanner. I'm going to talk today about trading strategies, how to develop and put out a strategy on a scanner, and how to use it in your trading plan to be consistently profitable and successful. And you don't have to miss opportunities, and you don't always have to be sitting around at your terminal. You can have a lot of freedom to do the things you really want to do without having to be tied down. So I'm going to go through what a market scanner is, what MT4Professional is. I'm going to give you a live demonstration of the platform, show exactly how easy it is and how user-friendly the setups are. I'm going to make you an extremely special offer, just like David knows and other people who have seen this. We pull out all the stops, and we give you the best possible price of the year during today's presentation, because we want to make this something that you can use. And then, of course, questions and answers will be provided all throughout the presentation today. So don't be shy. Please ask your questions. I'll be more than glad to get to them in the order that they're received. Trading strategies. Let me pull up my questions pane here, because I don't see the questions, but I want to make sure I have those. There it is. Yeah, get that over on the side there. That way I can see it when you guys ask. All right, so there are a lot of different strategies that people use to trade. A strategy is nothing more than how you take trades. Basically, it's what you have to see, what indicators are going to give you the information that you need in order to put the trade on and to take the trade off. You know, the trade's not done until you close it out. You don't make money until you close the trade. So opening and closing the trade is the essence of that, and how you do it and the timing of that is all built up in your strategy. The strategy gives you the rules that you follow that you must do in order to give a high probability you're going to end your trade in profit. So some of the strategies that a lot of people use that are very popular, first one is a pure price action strategy. It's an EMA in price. It's an exponential moving average relative to price action. And so what you're looking for is price going either greater than or less than a 15-period exponential moving average. MACD and signal is also extremely popular because it's free, of course, on most platforms, but it's looking at moving average convergence, divergence. It's an indication of trend. It's also a potential indication for overbought or oversold information, especially when you couple it with the signal on that indicator. You have moving averages. Moving average crossover is a strategy that uses the moving average indicator to identify strength and trend and longer or shorter term trends. So you're looking at the crossovers to identify trend, trend direction, or even momentum. Then you can couple many of these indicators or many of these strategies into a mishmash or a consolidation of strategies. The EMA and price, if you include the MACD and signal with it, if you throw in an RSI to validate your overbought or oversold conditions, then you have a valid strategy which can give you much stronger and higher probability entries than previously. And there's always the ever popular alligator, which is really popular amongst the longer term position or swing traders. You're looking at trading the daily, the weekly, or the monthly charts. The alligator is perfect because it uses three custom moving averages that interact with each other, and they're referred to as a lips, jaw, and teeth. And so whenever those interact, it gives you a confirmation of not only trend direction, but of entry and exit points for the trend. The MT4Professional scanner can scan in real time all of these strategies and plus many more, and it alerts you when the conditions are met and favorable for a potential trade. So what is a scanner? What is MT4Professional? So I got a question. Michael wanted to know if the MT4 Pro can allow him to create automated trading. The scanner and professional portion of that is not automated, but you can, from this scanner and from what you've developed on your strategy, develop an EA that works with the system. Absolutely. So can you import your own EA or your own indicators into the system? Not an EA. An EA will work with it, but you can import any of your own strategies or any of your own indicators into the system. And you can use those to develop and to validate your trades and to actually find the setups that you want to trade. Now, once that's validated, then yes, an EA can be developed that can follow that precisely. So absolutely. So if you're looking at MT4 specifically, if you consider the 50 Forex pairs, 20 CFDs, 9 different time frames, so that's more than 630 combinations that you have to be able to check in order to place a trade to find something that's tradable. So do you really think that you're able to manually search through that many combinations for a potential trade opportunity? Well, you're probably missing a lot of those. Trading on different instruments really is important in these days because it gives you the opportunity to diversify your portfolio because you're using uncorrelated instruments. That means there's always a trend going off somewhere, and you want to be able to find those. And the ones that are running, there's going to be a lot of them that run with it. But if you're not in that one, or if you've taken a trade that's gone against that, you need to find something else that's trading in synergy to that. Because if it starts tanking on you, you need to have something that kind of hedges it or balances it out. So uncorrelated instruments is a way to remove uncertainty that you have in your portfolio and your instrument. It's a great diversification for your portfolio. A perfect solution for scanning all of these instruments and for including uncorrelated ones is the market scanner. If you've never used a market scanner, then you're in for a treat. A market scanner really is an automatic tool that allows you to scan the entire market situation at a glance for any symbol or time frame using your own custom rules based upon standard or custom indicators. And it's not really a signal provider, but it's a tool that allows you to analyze all of your strategies using whatever indicators you have at your disposal. Here's an example over here on the right. I have like a spreadsheet layout with the symbol list. And I have two columns, one showing a 1 minute and one showing a 5 minute. This is just an example. Yeah, time frames are not limited at all. But this is an example of setups and stuff. And what the output colors are is that the bullish cross is green and it shows the two moving averages. So the fast moving average is the 15 period moving, a simple moving average, and the slow moving average is the 30 period. So your bullish will be when the fast crosses the slow, and the bearish will be when the fast goes under or below the slow moving average. So looking across these very quickly, you can see the scanner has returned quite a list of Forex symbols in this example, showing us a strong bullish trend in the euro pound, and it's showing some potential crossovers or changes in trend direction in the yen, Aussie, New Zealand. The pound and the dollar are extremely weak, showing a nice strong downtrend. So it's nice to be able to see these types of setups because it not only provides the information that you're looking for, but you can do it across multiple instruments all at the same time. So a market scanner really does all the work for you. So you can focus on more important things like managing your trade or getting your mindset where it belongs, which, like I said earlier, is 90% of the trade. So once it's set up, the market scanner will search for conditions that meet your specific rules and criteria, your strategy. It then alerts you when conditions are met and favorable for a trade entry or exit. And here's another example. This is the EMA and price strategy using 3 different time frames on several other different instruments, 1, 5, and 15. Now, these are fast time frames, but you can use these on any time frame, again, as I said earlier. We can see that the bullish cross is when the price action is greater than the 15-period exponential moving average. And the bearish cross is when price is below. So we can see from that the dollar Canadian is strong, that we have a potential change in trend on the euro and the pound, where we're looking at what previously was a red 1 minute, a red 5 minute, but a green longer term trend. Well, the longer term trend is usually more reliable than the shorter term because these things start changing quickly. But when you start to see these change and start coming in line with the longer term trend, that gives you a lot of synergy, gives you a lot of momentum that you see coming ahead of time. So this 1 minute change to green is a great indication of a return to an existing trend. And so when we see this 5 minute go back green again, we've got everything that we need for a great condition for long, just like happened with the Canadian. Now you can see the same thing is starting to set up in the 30 year in the US 30, the Dow 30 index. So you're looking for it's red, and green longer term. But on the short term, if we start to see this turning green, then we got the same thing that we saw in the euro. But if the 15-minute changes red before we see a green 1 minute, then it looks like it's completely confirmed a full trend change, and we're looking for it like the Russell to stay in a confirmed down move. Now we saw that with the S&P and the NASDAQ also, they're already that way. So the Dow might follow suit in that correlation. So looking at a spreadsheet like this that a scanner is constantly updating gives you a lot of really good information. Now, I mentioned multiple time frames a lot, and as a profitable and consistent trader, you really need to consider multiple time frames. So did you know that if you trade using multiple time frames, you have a higher probability of a profitable trade? And it's due to correlation. It's just one of the advantages of using multiple time frame technical analysis in your trading. Here's an example on the right, a 15-minute, a 1 hour, and a 4 hour. Same profile, but look how noisy the 15-minute is. Look how much smoother the 1 hour is to the 15, but look at the 4 hour. So if you are trading a 5 or a 15-minute chart that's harmonized or trades in the direction of the longer term trend, you're not going to be suckered by these pullbacks of these things. You're going to be able to trade and get your better entries using this shorter time frame but you're going to be trading in harmony with the longer time frames. So you're not going to be caught off guard when the market starts to move around. So by checking these multiple time frames before you initiate a trade, your trades will be in harmony with the longer time frame. The result will be a higher probability, lower risk trade. So if you had a market scanner then that could search for these types of setups based upon your rules and then verified by multiple time frame analysis, it would be an extremely valuable tool. I'll get into this in just a second. There's a question that does the scanner build with Python? No, it does not. The scanner is actually extremely simple, and it is menu-driven, pull-down menu-driven, very setup, and then it automatically scans on the MT4 platform itself. So it's already set up. But if you develop a strategy based upon this, then you could code your auto trader using Python, and then it would integrate perfectly with the system. So it's not a direct answer. You can't just use it on our system, but you can do that as well. If you have a prop firm set up in an MT4 account, absolutely, it'll trade any account that you have set up with the MT4 platform. All right, here's an example using a 4-hour, a daily, and a weekly chart setup. You can see the crosshair blue line showing where the point that I'm looking at. I see a close of price greater than my 15-period EMA. That's bullish. I see a moving average crossover where the histogram crosses over the signal line. That's bullish. I see a rising relative strength, which is bullish, and it's coming out of an extremely oversold condition. I like this setup. This is a very bullish setup. Now, granted, where the crosshair is, I did not see the price action coming after that. We're looking in hindsight now, which of course is 2020. But right now, I'm showing you what the setup was, what the signal that I got that said, this is a trade setup. What are you going to do about it? So this is bullish. Now I need to confirm with multiple time frames. So going to my daily chart, I then need to see, and I've proven this through back testing, that my MACD has to have given me a bullish signal at that same point. So I need to see that the white histogram is greater than this red signal line. And I need to see that the relative strength is rising. Well, not only is the relative strength rising, giving me strength to build that trade, it's coming out of an extremely oversold condition as well on the daily chart. And last but not least, I need to validate with my weekly chart that I have strong relative strength supporting that over this weekly period. And indeed, at this point, I do have rising relative strength coming out of an extremely oversold condition, showing that buyers are entering this market, and I do have strength. So this is a trade I would take, and it is confirmed with multiple timeframes. It gets me into the trade, and I can see an over 300 pip profit on this trade as a result of the confirmation. And I didn't have to do the work. The scanner itself showed me the setup, showed me the timeframes that it was in, and then gave me the opportunity. All I had to do was examine it and execute it. And I didn't even have to be at my desk to do it. And that's the beauty of it. And I'll show you how that goes here in just a little bit. So by taking trades in harmony with your longer time frame, you get lower risk trade opportunities, higher probability trades, which is a powerful combination for any trader because it shows the importance of using multiple timeframes in your trading. So a market scanner then using multiple time frame analysis is an extremely valuable tool because it does all of this for you automatically. All right, so ran into a problem though. There's a quick question. I'm not sure, Michael, but if you go to our YouTube page, you can scan for MT4Professional scanner, and then you can find several of our MT4Professional presentations there if you're interested in that. Well, TradingView is a context scanner, so it's only looking at subjective or stock type data. You're not looking at any type of technical data. You're looking at fundamentals. So this scanner is purely technical. You're looking for setups that are based upon the rules that you use to take the trade. Due diligence is always a great part of a trade, but once you've done that, you still have to decide when to get in and when to get out. And the strategies do that. And the scanner enables you to look at that and make those decisions. Exactly. So you're saying, yes. The question is, so you're saying I can view multiple time frames using exact technicals to see short and long term. Absolutely. So as professional traders, we looked around for a scanner that could meet the criteria that we were doing because, we are traders. We need to be able to use a system like that. But we couldn't find any that met our criteria. The few we did find had a lot of the issues that I'm going to show you right here. They're either too complex to configure, which meant you had to be a full programmer in order to use it. They were unstable or potentially a single tool that didn't integrate well with the entire system. They were incompatible with a lot of the free available indicators that we have access to. And there are a lot of other issues I don't have time to go into here. So our solution to this was we created MT4Professional for ourselves, for our own daily trading. It became so popular then that we had to publish it and put it out. Other people heard about it, heard about the success we had with it and what we were doing with it. So now it's the #1 market scanner on both MT4 and MT5. It's a tool that allows you to instantly scan the entire market for setups that meet your unique rules and criteria. And when you find a good setup, MT4Professional allows you to enhance that with technical analysis, enabling multiple time frame analysis that's really difficult to do on MT4 or MT5. So stay tuned. We're going to go into a live demonstration now. So I want to be able to show you the platform and how that does. So let me pull up MT4. This is the MT4 platform itself. These are some charts that I've got going on. I'm looking at the S&P 500 on a 15, 30, and hourly chart, but this is not MT4Professional. This is just the standard MT4 platform. So looking at 3 different time frame charts, you can see that there's no way for me to integrate these time frames or to identify this multiple time frames. So when I see this overbought and potential reversal point right here, then I need to be able to react to that. But it's hard to do that on 3 charts that aren't synchronized and that I can't really see all the time frames. I'd have to expand the chart. I would have to scroll to the exact point and time that occurred, and then remember the day, time, and information off of that chart. And that's not that easy to do across 3 different charts. Also, if I need to look at other instruments, then instead of just clicking over here on my watch list, I have to physically drag and drop a symbol over to that chart in order to change the symbol or the direction that I'm looking at. Now, that can be cumbersome, especially if you have more than 3 charts. Also, if I have charts that are different sizes, I want to be able to see a little bit more detail. So I want to go to full screen mode. But I got all of this wasted screen space. And if I hit my F11 key, then you can see very quickly, okay, that's a lot of real estate I could be using right now, but I have to stop and physically resize each one of these windows to fill that in. Well, now because these 3 windows are all the same size, I can go up here and tile them any way that I'd like. However, what if I don't have 3 windows that are the same? What if I have 3 windows that are different sizes? I have like maybe 2 smaller one and 1 larger one on the side. If I were to do any of these right there, they would mess my whole setup. And so I don't want that. Just makes it a little bit more cumbersome. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up MT4Professional. MT4Professional I've added as a profile so that I can quickly change between MT4 or MT4Professional with a click of a button. So as a profile, I've set it up and I'll launch it for you right now. So it comes up, the first thing you'll see is a blank screen with a load information chart. This is a configuration manager. And the configuration manager allows you to pick which strategy that you want to employ at this particular time. Well, we've talked a lot about the EMA and price strategy. So I'm going to go ahead and select that strategy and load it. And what it does, it sets up the scanner to start scanning automatically for that strategy, where we're looking at price action right here on the chart relative to this 15-period exponential moving average. All right. So notice also the crosshair on the screen. It's dynamically moving across all 3 time frames so that I can stop and do a little bit of analysis at one point. Not only do I get price, but I get time synchronization, and I can see exactly where it occurs on the multiple charts as well. If I want to zoom in a little bit more, then if I go into full screen, then notice all of the windows automatically resize to fill the available space. Talk about a time saver. And now I want to go over here and click on a symbol on my scanner, and notice that the symbols on all of the scanners automatically updated and input on that. So one-click integration, full screen output and everything. So it's great. And each one of these charts can be configured to look and feel exactly the way that you want. Now, as far as symbols are concerned, you can add any symbol that you want that you have access to on your platform. And I'll show you exactly how we do all of this. So if you click on the select configuration button, it brings up the configuration manager again. So from here, I want to click the edit button because I want to edit this and change it from what it currently is. When you first start with the platform, you get access to what we refer to as presets. So these are example strategies and setups that you can start with to get going. And we've enabled all these for you. But if you click on any of these, you'll notice that the edit button is grayed out. You won't be able to edit any of the examples, but what you can do is click the create your custom configuration button. Once you do that, then come and select any of these presets or any other configuration that you've set up, and then you can make a copy of it. Once you've made a copy of it, you can edit it to your heart's content and make any changes that you need to. So from this one, I'm going to go ahead and click the edit button. And first thing I want to show you is that in the bottom right-hand corner is a share icon. Once you have configured and created your strategy in a configuration, you can share that with any of the other traders on the MT4Professional platform. They can also share their strategies they've developed with you on the same platform. So all you have to do is access it through this share icon. So once you're here on this, you have 2 windows that you can access. What on the right you can see is the chart configuration. By clicking on this, you can define the size of the charts, the locations of the charts, the time frame, and how they look. You use look by using templates. It's a template manager. You can select any template you want. We provide you with these directly from the cloud, since everything is backed up and useful in the cloud. Or you can click the plus sign. It takes you to your templates directory, and you can choose any of the pre-configured templates that you already have on your platform and bring it up into the display. Once it's listed here, then you can automatically use the pull-down menu to identify and select the other charts from those. You don't have to use the same time frame or the same template on any of these charts. On the scanner panel, then, if you click that, then you get access to the symbol list configurator and the scanner configurator itself. Real quickly, the symbol list is a simple way of taking any of the symbols that you have access to from your broker. They provide you a whole list of symbols. All you do is just go through and cherry pick the ones that you want. Say that I picked the Swiss yen here. I will click the right arrow button and it will automatically be added to my list. If I don't want that on my list, and this is my current trade list, these are the symbols that I only want to trade right now, I can remove that. If I don't want any of these, I can clear them, and I can go through and search for any of the euro denominated pairs. Select that. I can hold a shift key down, select multiple ones, click the right arrow, and they're all added to the list. I see a few that came up. Oh, I don't really want that one. So I'll get that rid of that one and that one. All right. So once you have a list built up, then all you have to do is just save it. If you want to start from another configuration, then just click this button and it allows you to go and look at the symbol list from any of the other setups, and it'll automatically populate this list with all of the charts that were in that setup. These are all of the symbols that were in the configuration I had previously created. Okay, now I don't want to change the one I have currently got, so I'm going to go ahead and click the cancel button to exit that. But it's a very simple and easy way to build your list. So going back into the scanner panel, then I'll click on the scanner, and this is the meat and potatoes. This is where you configure the output color and strategy for each of the columns that you're currently using. If you have several templates, can the system allow me to set triggers based upon my templates? Well, absolutely. I mean, that's your strategy. That's what the whole thing is. Now, the strategy has to identify what's on your template. Like, for example, if you have an exponential moving average, or if you have a moving average, if you have a relative strength, if you've got a Bollinger Band, then yeah, if price interacts with the upper or lower portions of that band, or if any of the moving averages interact with those things on the screen, then you can set your scanner up to see those and use them. So yes, your template is the guideline to allow you to see it, but your scanner basically recreates what the template shows you. All right, so what this is, it's a configuration for the scanner itself. These are the rules that we give it in order to color code the output. So each of these outputs are bullish or bearish. That's, what you set up, but it can also be neutral. That's the default color. So you can be looking at a potential setup as neutral, and then as soon as it goes red, it's a sell. As soon as it goes green, it's a buy. Each one of these boxes correspond to a different column on our spreadsheet. So the 5-minute, the 15-minute is here, and the 30-minute is here. I have color rule name executing on the 5 minutes. So I'm running the main color rule on my 5-minute, on my 15-minute, and on my 30-minute column. If I were to edit this, then I pull this menu down, and you can see there's a small pencil right here. It's an edit pencil. Click the edit button, and this shows you the rule needed in order to cause the condition to go green. I need to see that the close of price is greater than or equal to the 15-period exponential moving average. If this is true, the output will be green, and then it will go on to the next one. If it's not true, then it will automatically, using the OR operator, go to condition set 2, which it'll look to see, okay, then is the close price less than the 15? If that's true, then it's going to set the output to red. Now, condition that I have greater than or equal to or less than will force it to be either red or green. I will never have a default yellow color. But if both of these are false, then this color will be displayed so that you're always going to have an output condition. You give it any color name that you want. This could be a strategy called anything you want, but I just called it a main C, our main color rule, just for purposes, for these purposes. Once you're done, click the OK button, and then you can apply that main color rule to any of the columns that you have. If you want to add a new column, just simply click the plus sign, and it will automatically add a new column to your scanner. You define the time frame, you identify which scanner you want to apply to it, in this case, the main color rule, and there. That's all you have to do to turn it on to other time frames. Very, very simple. If you find out that's just not necessary, it's too much information, just get rid of it. It's that simple. Other thing to do when you're inside of the color rule configurator, you can add other strategies as well. So if you want to adjust it or change things around, then all you have to do is just click the plus sign. Say I want to have not only the price closing above the 15, but I have a moving average. I have a 50-period simple moving average that I need to see that this 15-period EMA is greater than to validate the rule. So click the plus sign, select your 15-period as your initial condition. I need to see that that one is also greater than or equal to a simple moving average, where you can say, oh, I don't have one here. Well, let's go and add one. And So click the plus sign, choose your indicator or a constant value if you just want to put a constant. These are all the indicators available to you from the system, or you can pick from your computer any custom indicators or any indicator that you purchase from a third-party vendor. Here I'm going to use a standard indicator, which is the moving average. It's found under the trend category, and the moving average is located right there. So I'll use that indicator. I want to set this up to be a 50 period simple moving average based upon the closer price. So that's exactly what I want. So I'm clicking OK. So now I have a 50 period simple moving average that the 15 period EMA has to be greater than. If both of these conditions are true, the output will be colored green. However, if either one of these are false, then this is rejected and it moves over to this one. So now I need to configure this one to be the same thing. So now that I have that already loaded, notice I've got a 50 period already set up here. So I'm going to do the 15. I'm going to set up the 50. I want to make sure that this is less than. So these are both conditions now that are matched. And if I get a green output, I know this condition has been true. 15 is greater than the 50 and the price is greater than the 15. That's a strong move. Likewise for the sell side. So you can adjust the rule any way that you want using this editor in the setup. All right. So any questions on that? All right, once you've finished setting everything up, then you click the save button. A check mark will show here showing that it has been saved and has been backed up in the cloud. So everything is backed up in the cloud. So even if your computer crashes or everything goes down, you don't lose your hard work and you don't lose anything on the system. You can buy a new computer, get everything reinstalled, and everything that you have here gets automatically reloaded on your screen. You could even do this on someone else's computer if you wanted to, because it's all cloud-based. It downloads a copy onto the current computer, and then there you have both dual redundancy on your system. Close the window, and anytime you make any changes to your strategy, then you always need to reload it. So click the load button, and it'll automatically reload the system, update the cloud, and everything is up and running. Is there a limit for the number of combined rules? No, there is not. If you notice, there was just a plus sign. Every time you click the plus sign, it keeps adding pluses and pluses and pluses. So you can make it as complicated as you like. If you want to look at multiple ones, then you can do that. Speaking of which, then I'm going to pull up a configuration that does have multiple configurations in it to show you an example. Right here is a good one. It's the one I showed you in the presentation, but it's set up. This is using a 4-hour, a daily, and a weekly setup where we're looking at Forex pairs. Looks like I've got the gold set up on the bottom there as well. But what I'm looking at is multiple charts. I'm looking at EMA and price. I'm looking at a MACD and signal line. I'm looking at relative strength and how they interact with each other. So I'm going to select the configuration, edit. I'm going to go over to my scanner panel and click on the scanner. Now, these are the rules that I've set up to determine whether the output over here is going to be strong bullish, strong bearish, or neutral, which means the trade's setting up, it's not quite ready for prime time yet. So let's go in and see what that strong signal rule is. Now notice I've got more than one strategy here. I'll show you that here in just a little bit, why I would want to have multiple strategies running at the same time. In this case, I have 3 different conditions which define my bearish setup. I need to see that the MACD, and in this case, it is a MACD base indicator, that's the white histogram, is less than the MACD signal line. So I've got the same indicator, but I'm looking at 2 different outputs of the same indicator, and I'm comparing them to each other. So the scanner will look at that, and if it's less than that MACD, that's true. Then it goes down to the next one. It needs to see if close of price is less than the 15-period EMA, and it needs to see that the relative strength is rising. A slope has to be going up. So you do that by looking at the time value of relative strength 2 bars ago. All right, so I'm looking at relative strength. And if you look at the chart, you can see the current relative strength is right here. But if you look 1, 2 bars ago, then that's the relative strength 2 bars ago. So if this relative strength is greater than the current relative strength, that's bearish. That's showing a downward moving slope. That's showing energy is coming out of the market. That's what I want to see. So a bearish condition then would see the MACD cross, my price going below the EMA 15, and a falling relative strength. That's a good, strong, bearish signal. If any one of these are not true, I could have a MACD crossover and price going good, but if my relative strength is not falling, this won't turn red. It'll just be yellow. And wait for it to turn red. Once it does, that means these are all satisfied. See, and you don't have to sit there and do all these calculations. And the scanner is doing this not only for the symbol you're looking for, but it's doing it for any number of symbols that you have loaded on your symbol list automatically. And it's doing it for you. It just tells you, boom, this one's ready or this one's not. And likewise. So condition set 2, bullish. It's doing the same thing, but it's just looking for the opposite setups, okay? If you wanted to have any other conditions or setups or configurations to look for, you've got access to those, and you're not limited to how many you can put in there. All right, I have the 4-hour running on the strong signal. I have the daily running on the strong signal, but notice I have the weekly running on the trend color rule. Now, the trend color rule is simply a strategy that's looking at the price action and the EMA 15. If price is greater than that, it's bullish. If it's not, it's bearish. So if you're looking at the chart on this weekly, anytime this price is less than that moving average, then you're looking bearish. Once it goes above it, then you're looking bullish, and so forth. So when you get into a sloppy sideways market, this might or might not be a good market to trade. So there's great information that you can glean from this setup. Now it's going to give you these rules because if this is greater than, it's going to say, okay, it's bullish. But you can clearly see from this chart, it's not really bullish. This is congested. It's waiting for a breakout. You want to be able to see that. And you're not going to be dumb like most scanners are and start taking a trade just because the scanner gives you the information. The chart coupled with the rules give you the ability to identify and to see that this trade is congested, and you're not going to take this if it gives you a strong signal. That's the idea behind it. That's great. Okay. So let me get out of this then. So any questions on that so far? Now I want to show you something that is a very good tool. And I'm going to pull up my browser real quick. And I'm going to pull my browser over here. Now, this is just a browser. It's the Chrome browser. And you can see that the browser is set up on MT4Professional's website. So if you are at your desk and you're trading on your platform, but you need to take a break and you need to go get a sandwich and some coffee at the local shop, meet some friends and go over something, you need to set up for your band's rehearsal section tonight, then you don't have to sit there waiting for your trade to set up. You can take MT4Professional with you wherever you go on your mobile devices. So this Chrome browser is an example of my mobile device. It could be my laptop. It could be my phone. It could be my ThinkPad. It doesn't matter. So once you log in to the system, if you're an MT4Professional customer, then click the sign in button. It'll take you to the members login page. This is the first page in the members area. So first thing we'll do if you're a new customer, we give you access to the software on every page. So you can download either MT4 or MT5 or both if you have accounts set up on both of those. Your basic subscription gives you access to both of them, a basic live account and some practice account. Then we walk you through and hold your hand through the entire process of getting started, getting up to speed. And you can even go to the documentation center to find out more information, to see the videos, to see the help tools for getting all the strategies and everything set up. But what I wanted to show you was if you go to the menu at the top, there's a real-time scanner menu right there. If you click on that real-time scanner, then you see a list of all of the computers that you're running strategies on, and you need to select which one you want to look at. So I want to look at this current one, which is my computer that I'm working on right here. I'll move this over here so that we can see it. And I'll select it. Once you select it, then you'll notice that the scanner that's on my computer at my desk is automatically displayed here on my mobile device. So here I am on my iPhone. I'm at the coffee shop, and all of a sudden I get a signal. Here's the signal right here. It comes up and notifies you that there's been an alert on the real-time scanner for that time frame on this symbol. Here's a click link that you can go to see the snapshot of that, or you can just click on that symbol right here, and you see that the link came up. So all you need to do is click on that symbol, say that it's the Euro Aussie, on your mobile device. The mobile device then communicates with your desktop, changes the symbol, takes a picture, and displays it for you to be able to see why this setup was so nice. Now, if you had gotten that setup when it first triggered, like right here, then you can see that that was an extremely nice trade setup, looking at the tools and the setups that we had going on there. So if that were the case, then if this was a sell signal, then maybe you had gotten off the platform. If it were, either way, you can not run back to your office. You can just put your phone, go over to your broker's website, execute the trade right there, and then go on with your business. It's a beautiful setup. It's mobile, and it allows you to do that. And any of these snapshots can be saved. If you go over to the snapshot section of the members area, then you can set up and tag any of the photos that you've taken. You can identify them. You can share them with others. So if you get a picture of something and you can show a trade that you had made that was awesome, then all you need to do is copy the link that's here and share it on any of the your favorite social media. You can tag these as public or private, and you can make it available. Even this entire website, you can make available to those friends around you. You can integrate with any Forex broker that has an MT4 or MT5 platform. It's no big deal. So we work with all of them. So it runs on any of the platforms. And if you have multiple licenses, then you can control these licenses from the account licenses here. If you have more than one, I have 10 licenses. I've live accounts and demo accounts that are set up. And so you've got any access to those. If you want to use more than you've got access to, then just simply remove the license off of one of them and then log in on the new computer, and it'll automatically add it onto this account. So that's not a problem to get started on that. Also within the members area is a gear wheel here that it's the settings. It allows you to go in and edit your own personal settings. From there, you can change your subscription. You can change your credit card information. You can cancel at any time that you want. So you have access to everything that you need right here in the members area. All right, we've got about 10 minutes left. I need to start winding this down. So I'm going to go back to my presentation. And I'm going to make you a very special offer. Now, this special offer, like I said, we'll pull out all the stops. You guys are going to get the very best offer we ever make, ever. And you guys are special in that way. So today, this special offer, based upon the MT4Professional system, you get access to the full featured MT4 or MT5 platform. No questions asked. You get exclusive access to Skype community. So that means all of the MT4Professional traders all in one place that you can ask questions for 24/7. You get unlimited access to configuration storage, unlimited Telegram, email, and push notifications. You get up to 100 SMS notifications included every single month. If you need more than 100, as you're using a 1-minute time frame or something like that, well, there'll be a small charge to up that, but we sell them in lots of 100 to 1,000 extra per month if you need that, a small fee, because these do cost, and so each month we're having to do that. But you get access in a full 100 each month. You get dozens of pre-configured examples that go for it. we normally make that available for $194 a month. We've reduced that by 50% to $97. But because of Synergy Trading event, we've reduced that by another 90%. Now you've got $23 per month. I mean, we don't offer that price that often, and $23 a month is as low as you get. And so 23 is a locked in price. It's not just, okay, try it for 30 days, you get it for $23, and then it goes back up to our normal price. No, this is a lifetime lock-in because of these synergy events that you're part of right now. $23 per month. Use the code Synergy24 to reduce the price from the normal price to the 23 per month. And you will be credited this 23 per month for as long as you have the subscription. If you cancel, you can cancel at any time. But if you cancel, then you lose access to this discount. When you click the MT4Professional.com trial link, which David has so kindly provided for you in the chat box, you get a 14-day free trial to use everything. So it will ask you for your credit card information so that when it ends, you can lock in the discount, but you will not be charged anything during this 14-day trial. And we notify you three different times that the 14-day trial is about to end. And then on the 15th day, then you will be charged the $23 from that point on. It's a 30-day cycle that goes from every month. You'll be charged the $23. Make sure you use the code Synergy24 to lock it in, and you can take your 14-day trial anytime to see if it works for you. You get the full system. There's no discount. There's no limited system. You get access to everything. And during the setup, if you have any questions or need any help, then always contact us at support@MT4Professional.com. Support@MT4Professional.com. Let me copy that and paste it there. Will it give you a license? Yep, it'll give you a license for a demo and a live account for MT4 or MT5 combination. So if you have a demo on MT4, then you can have a live on MT5 or vice versa, but you only get 2 licenses, 1 demo and 1 live. If you go for the bigger packages, the basic gold or the platinum, the gold package adds 10, and the platinum package is for group traders. You're looking for, hedge funds and these guys that are out there trading with teams. And so you're looking for much larger. I think it's 25, I believe, maybe 50. I forget the exact number. I'd have to look at it. So right now you're looking at the basic subscription for $23 a month. You'll get the same discount if you're going gold. The same discount is like 90% off. So whatever the price is, if you put in Synergy24, you will get the same discount, but on the higher priced packages. And it will lock in those prices for the life of of your subscription. So you won't lose anything. Why would you want to use 10? Well, you could be trading multiple accounts. Say that you have a futures account set up at one broker, and you have a Forex account set up at another broker, and you have a stock account set up at another broker. You've got multiple accounts you want to have access to under one system that's scanning for all of them to give you these setups. Okay. Or maybe you have a team and you need to be able to monitor all the other accounts that are on there. Boom. It's all integrated and set up for you. I'm not sure. I don't know on MT4 what brokerages allow, because I don't use stocks on my MT4 platform. I use the CFDs, but for US citizens, yeah, you need to contact a broker, like or some of those to see if they do offer stock symbols for US citizens. That's it's a good question to ask, because a lot of US markets don't allow traders or brokers to trade any stock symbols. So it's a good question. Make sure you ask that. Yeah, search for the MT4Professional on YouTube and you'll find all of our videos there. All right, let me get my platform back up again and move that over here. There, you can still see the link. You can still see the price. We've got, I think I'm almost out of time. David, how much time do I have still?
A couple more minutes. That's fine.
Okay, all right, great. So are there any questions on the strategies? If you have a custom strategy that you've developed yourself and you need to integrate it with the system, that's very simple to do. Here I've got one that I use as an example, Hawkeye system, where I've developed the software to load up and look at price action. So I'm looking at trend, volume, and momentum as indications for trading. And so what this does is it allows me to look at and click on symbols, change all the symbols to my setups, look at the multiple time frames. I see I've got a great alignment right here for a bullish trend. I can see over on this thing that it already has turned. I've got a great volume surge of buying activity. So when I see these bottoms right here, this big, huge green bottom on the market, that's telling me buyers are stepping in hand over fist. That's a great indication. And so when I get identification on multiple time frames that that signal has gone bullish, I get long. And that long signal gets me at this point. And then from that point, then I can apply my rules. I look for a specific stop value based upon average true range. And then I look at trying to take 1-to-1, 2-to-1, 3-to-1 profit target based upon risk reward ratios I've established before the trade ever started. So you see this trade got me almost to a 3 level, definitely hit a 2 level. So my stop is sitting right at a 0 right now, and I'm waiting for this trade to continue on. So I've got this set up on the multiple time frames showing me that bullishness, bullishness, bullishness all came at the same time. If you look over at your data window, then the data window gives you all the information you need to integrate this with the system. So you get the long, the short, or the neutral trend setups there. And I show you on many of my other videos how to use the data window to set up your strategies so that it looks at these multiple strategies. So looking at that setup, if you edit that itself, then you can see that the strategy uses multiple signals. So you can see there's multiple strategies all running at the same time. I'm looking at the trend strategy, the momentum, the volume, all at the same time. But I'm looking at different ones because on my 30-minute time frame, I'm only looking at momentum and volume. And on my 60-minute time frame here, I'm only looking for the volume.